Mommy's going to Boston for the day and night. See you later. Aww. All right. Now I'm ready to go from my hotel to the Mavrck Creator Summit. Why do I always do mirror videos? I don't know. But yes, we are going, and I slept 0 hours, so that's always fun. And I'll be talking about the gap between influencer and brand knowledge in the influencer marketing industry, what trends are evolving, what new platforms are coming around, and I guess my role in all of that. So here we go. See ya. Peace. Peace in the Middle East. Peace. Hi, I'm Kasey. I'm from New Jersey / New York. I'm just gonna say New York because that sounds cooler. I flew in this morning and I'm a beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content creator, primarily on Instagram. Just launched my YouTube in May and it's growing pretty fast and really exciting. I basically have a platform and a blog as well, and I try to inspire young women to either dress better or like put on better makeup, but mostly to kind of be the best person that they are. That's my main, I guess, goal of the platform.
So I think the best way to kick this off is to discuss how we identify ourselves first and foremost in the influencer space. What I'm going to ask is if you guys prefer the word influencer, or if you'd rather be called creator or streamer or something different altogether.
I would say since I started in early 2015, the term influencer, it didn't even exist. So I definitely refer to myself as a blogger. I started with thestylebright.com. I did a lot of writing and photos and used my Instagram mainly to actually gain exposure and traffic towards my blog. Once influencer came around, I was like, what is that? What does that mean? And it seemed like almost derogatory in a way. I didn't like it. And then after like a year, I kind of just like accepted it because it's just like common terminology and everybody knows what an influencer is. I would also go and say like, I feel more comfortable with content creator because like without content, I can't influence. I can't be a blogger, I can't be a YouTuber. So I just like content creator. I also do photo, video, and writing as well.
We had a lot of conversations about just authenticity. So brands remaining authentic, creators remaining authentic. So when you guys think of that word, what does authenticity mean to you?
Seeing that authenticity, you should really find out what makes you unique and making sure that you provide value for the right reasons. A lot of people share the same presets or they try to edit the same way. For example, like if you like this girl's feed because she has a lot of colorful photos or whatever, don't just like copy all the colors and do the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Like actually find out why you like the colorful feed. Does it make you happy? Is 3 of those colors maybe your favorite color and not all of them? You know, try to figure out like what evokes that emotion that makes you want to stay on that page and make sure you convey that idea. So it's important to get inspiration from others, but just don't copy them.
How do you decide then for a brand collaboration what type of shot you're going to go for? If you're going to go for that iPhone shot that's a bit more raw, that could get more engagement, or something that's a bit more polished, I guess I'm just curious, like, what's your mindset for selecting and how you create the content?
Well, for me, I always use professional photos for brand content. I feel like if someone's hiring me to produce quality content that they can repurpose and reuse for their website or their videos or their YouTube, I always defer on the side of professional quality. But in terms of like realness, sometimes I'll write the caption first and I'll kind of like write the story in my head about like what my vision is for the photo or for the video, take some notes on it. Like when I'm on the go, I come from like a writing background, so I always write these notes down. And then it makes the message more easily, I guess, like conveyable, like for the photos and the videos. And that's what I think is quality, is like if you can tell a story with every single piece of content you create, whether it's through the quality or through the writing, and if it makes that person want to hit that save button, that's another tip that I would say is a really good one, then that means like your content is good, it's high quality.
What would you say is your biggest challenge in working with creative briefs that are kind of prescribed to you? And what would you change about the majority of creative briefs that you receive? Are there any examples of creative briefs that you love? Anything that you specifically dislike? Just curious about that kind of thought process.
I love when a creative brief is no longer than 2 pages, to be honest. And I love if they can just clear cut say what they need to say in words in the first page, and maybe like examples of content on the second, like photos, the way they like to edit. That way, like you can perform not only like your best, but maybe if you want to get reposted by the brand, like what's something that they are looking for. I think that's a huge win for the both of us, and it should be collaborative in that way. And again, going off of what she said, is also making sure that you have enough creative freedom and knowing when to put your foot down. If they're changing your words too much, let them know that this is not authentic to me, it's not going to perform well for either you or me. Not being afraid to making sure that you stick to your guns.
What's the best way for a marketer or brand to communicate that to you? Like Kasey, you said, like giving you feedback, or maybe the best way that you would want to communicate with a brand to push back on a brief, knowing that sometimes emails get lost or things like that. Like, how do you feel is the best, most concise way to communicate with a brand?
Yeah, and also knowing the objectives and the goals and how that fits into your story also helps you with negotiating as well. If you know the objective, if you know the goals, and you can promise maybe like a certain amount of impressions because you know what your lowest is and what your highest is, you can actually like negotiate higher because you can almost promise that. But if it's like immediate sales, then maybe you're okay with like cost down a little bit, but making sure that you work really hard to get those affiliate sales, to get that content in front of as many eyes as possible. Again, like the goals are really important, the objective, being transparent with them in how you could actually reach that and attain that together.
And some of the feedback that we received is that people that call themselves influencers or creators don't really like putting the affiliate lens on because then they feel like they have to sell. So how do you feel about that? Creating like genuine content, but also not feeling like you're a salesperson.
For me, affiliate marketing is like a bonus. Like if I post about it, I usually love the product that I'm doing an affiliate like sale with. And sometimes like some products, like I do a YouTube video and it makes me money like every month. Like you never know what really hits, but I'm very thankful when it does. So, I mean, technically I did influence that person. So it's just different types of, I think, streams of revenue, to be honest. Like there's some one-offs, there's some bigger campaigns that will help pay your rent for 3 months, and there's some that will help you eat this week, And there's affiliate sales where you get like $1 or $5 or $10 per sale, but like it's consistent money.
I guess what I'm curious now is what have been the biggest improvements you've seen in a lot of the apps that you guys use, and how they impacted the work that you do?
It's weird. I actually hate the new algorithm, but like I love it at the same time because it challenged me so much. Like it's unbelievable how much content I create now. I create videos on a weekly basis. I create like 2 on my Instagram. I taught myself like how to video edit on Premiere, which is like the most god-awful thing I've ever learned. But it pushes me to be different, and it pushes me to not be afraid to show my personality. Like I'm a little quirky, but you can't see that in a photo. So I'm like, okay, let's make this silly face in my Insta stories or in my video. So it allows me to really challenge myself, so when the likes do disappear one day, that people will hopefully stay because my content's good and it's entertaining, it provides value, and they get inspired by it, and I hope they leave like smiling, like from my page. So that's my end goal.
I just forced you to answer.
Good if you have like a theme for your campaign, so we can kind of create like our own story around the messaging. Like again, bullet points like here's the cost, here's what we want, here's what you need to mention, like hashtag wise or maybe a specific phrase. But like that's it, and like maybe like a photo and like a sample caption. And I think that's it, so we can kind of get what feel you're going for, what photo you're going for, video content. And then when you provide us with just that little guidance, we really appreciate it because we can actually take that and make it into something our own. And we will work much harder to make sure that it's a good piece of content. Yeah, I would also say boosted content. I'm gonna brand does that, I was like, free
Yeah.
money, advertising, love you. Like, I just love it. And you usually get like hundreds and thousands of impressions just from that alone, so it's really appreciated. And it's also fair for you guys because the point is for you to get exposure and to get those sales. So it's like directly, you know where that money is going, and it helps us like get exposure as well. If I, again, going off of, if I were to go and buy that product myself and it cost at least $80, I'd be like, yes, give me like 5 of those. And I will post about it organically on my Insta stories when I unbox them. And if it happens to be in my really pretty flat lay or like in my vanity when I'm taking a photo, then I'm going to include it. But usually I just say like, I can't guarantee an Instagram feed post without payment because usually I do really am meticulous about everything that's on my feed. And I put like hours and hours into every single photo that I do. I usually wouldn't post about it for free unless it's of or the same equal value of how much I would charge them. So if like someone gave me like a $3,000, I don't know, couch, I would post about it, for sure. Maybe throw in a blog post, and it's like real leather, I mean, come on, it all depends on like what product it is.
Only if it's leather.
And climbable. But yeah, it all depends on the product, the value, how it fits aesthetically in your feed. Would you post about it anyway? For example, like NARS. Everybody loves NARS. They send me so much product. I give most of it away because it's just so much. It's ridiculous. I haven't posted about them permanently on my feed, but I know that they're looking at me and seeing like when I do and if I do. So if that becomes to be an organic moment when I'm doing a makeup tutorial, I will pass that on to them. And then hopefully it will later be a paid campaign. But that's not like my main goal. I wouldn't just do a bunch of free work to try to get like a paid campaign. But if I'm doing like a behind the scenes get ready with me, I'll be like, I got this from NARS. They sent it to me, thank you. It takes us so long to make content. Don't just pay for impressions or reach. It takes me like 25 hours to make a video. I'm not joking. Well, also because I'm really bad at editing. And I'm slow. And Premiere sucks. It crashes all the time. But to be honest, that's labor. You would hire a video editor per hour or per project. And I now have to hire a video editor because I do these weekly videos, blog post, Instagram. I live stream now, so I do so much stuff. And to keep up now, I have to hire labor. So keeping that cost in mind, that sometimes it's not a one-woman show, sometimes it is. We don't have an entire company that's helping us that can get content out really quickly. So just paying us for our time and our hard work in addition to our creativity is really, really appreciated. And then you can always boost it after to get your impressions.